cannot remember of a time in which so much of our news has been dedicated to the price of petrol, to the price of bread, and to the price of milk. We're currently looking at, obviously, some very difficult economic times in Aotearoa, New Zealand. I would like to put forward that our economy is no different to boarding a plane, flying from A to B. A being Wellington per se, and B being Auckland. Here I am, right next to the Beehive Parliament, which meets in Wellington of Aotearoa, New Zealand. And, if I may say, the two people that are piloting our economy is Bill English and John Key. I'd like to say also that they are probably the two best men to pilot us as we go through these economic times. It is my conviction that much of the problem that is with our economy is not the fault of our pilots, but it's going to be the fault of the fact that we're moving into very difficult economic turbulence. And that's why so much time is being dedicated on the news to talk about the price of bread, the price of petrol going up, and the price of milk. All the basic commodities that you and I can't live without. We can live without the latest DVD, the latest camera, but we can't live without these commodities. That's why so much prime time is being given to these particular areas. A number of years ago, in the year of 1982, I got a spiritual premonition by the Holy Spirit. And God spoke to me and He said that a fire would hit the nation. In the year of 1983, this premonition was then interpreted, and it was to become an economic collapse that would hit this nation of New Zealand. Since that time, I've tried to warn people of what's going to happen in this economy of New Zealand. So I'm not half surprised at what's taking place currently with our economy at this stage, because it's all a fulfillment of prophecy. We need to pray for our leaders. We need to pray for John Key. We need to pray for our government, because the strength of our government will be comparable to the prayers that we offer for our leaders today. The state of our economy is no different to what's going to be happening worldwide. It's a worldwide epidemic problem. We're now currently noticing that with America, which is the benchmark of our economic global system, our currencies are gauged according to the American dollar. Yet we're noticing of recent that even the American dollar and the purchasing power of their currency is starting to now be drop in its value, because the strength of any nation is based on the strength of its currency. If the currency of any nation starts to get devalued, then you can guarantee that nation's strength in terms of international markets starts to diminish. As we come into these lean economic times, we're going to find that it will be no different in any country. America and Australia, Japan, China, every nation is going to be subject to the same economic climate. I would like to put forward today, we're going to have to look outside of the box. We're going to have to identify a different system of economics. The beauty is, Jesus said that if He's willing to make certain that the sparrows' needs are taken care of, how much more will He make certain that our needs will be taken care of? I'm putting forward today the kingdom of Jesus Christ. See, the kingdom of Jesus Christ is not based just on the economics of this world system. It is a banking system of its own. So therefore, that system, I believe, will hold strong in the times that we are entering into. The moral fibre of the 1930s was a lot different and a lot more stronger in terms of being able to withstand economic turbulence than this generation. This generation's moral fibre, I believe, is not near at the capacity of the 1930s. That concerns me, because in the 1930s, as much as they went into an economic collapse, yet their moral fibre caused them to be able to stand that much stronger in those lean times. My concern is we are too selfish. And can we find ourselves being at the mercy of this economic turbulence?